Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Nation. This is the fan chat with United fans. We're talking about the Monday after the Sunday travesty and where United go in the transfer, because it seems United are literally scraping the bottom of the barrel of the pot. So is it that no one wants to come to United, or United just don't know where to go and start? Joining me today is Louis, Houston Red Army. Louis, welcome to the show.
What's going on, Tim? It's good to be here, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. And we have the controversial one, Bemsy. Bemsy, welcome back. You were missing. You were missing yesterday at the Man United pub. Everyone's looking for the controversial one, but he was nowhere to be found.
Well, yeah, I know. I know I was missing. I actually wanted to be there. I thought the game was at 10.
Right.
But then I checked it like just right before I went to bed. It was at 8. I was like, oh man, yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Right. Man United 1, Brighton 2. First day of the season, first home game of the season, already a loss. A lot of fans were thinking, oh, the preseason looked good. This team is ready. Ten Hag could reshape McFred, but it all ended with the damn squid. Louis, you saw it. We saw your rant on the match reaction. You were quite upset and disappointed on how on earth did this happen. The Glazers are still to be held accountable. Louis, let's go.
I mean, it is that, isn't it? It's 100% on the fault of the ownership. I think that we have blamed manager after manager. We started to see it shift where now we're blaming players, rightfully so. They played like shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not even going to give them excuses, but at the end of the day, it starts at the top. And we are in a seriously, seriously horrible position as a football club if we cannot figure out what is the next steps as far as ownership goes.
Right. Bems, Man United 1, Brighton 2. Brighton, the last time we played Brighton was 2 games before the end of the season, and we got spanked 4-0.
Improvements.
So now nothing has changed. They came to Old Trafford, gave us another spankings again on a different. At least we didn't concede 4 this time. What went wrong, mate?
Man, I've been singing the song for how many seasons, man? I wasn't surprised. When you have a team, you have a midfield, and Fred and McTominay. Fred and McTominay are not good. They're not good enough, man. That's just the reason.
Nice.
One of the biggest reasons why we lost that game is our midfield, which has been our problem since last season, which has been our problem for our years. It's a simple. The biggest reason was the midfield. Well, there are other reasons too in the game, but the biggest was the midfield. And when you have a midfield of Fred and McTominay, both of them are not technical players. Both of them they have too many issues that affect that actually are not good for the team in the long run. I mean, it's just too easy to play against Man United. It's too easy to play against Man United midfield. And when you have players that the club basically continue to I know what's the word. I mean, because we all know that for past few seasons, the club have always given these players the upper hand over the managers.
They enable the bad behavior.
Yeah, they
enable the bad behavior.
Yeah, they will sack the manager but keep the players. They've done it season after season. Last season, Ralph Rangnick got sacked. But a lot of these players that didn't play well last season are still here. And the reason for that isn't continue to happen is because of the ownership. The board, the ownership, the way the club is run, it's not run well. I've been saying this thing for years. I've been saying that United it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And Erik ten Hag's first game of the season, and you would expect the team to have a bounce. There's always a new manager bounce. But you didn't see that bounce. It wasn't there. The players, that club is infected. that club is in serious trouble. I've been saying this for years, man. It's not. I'm not surprised we got beat. I'm not. I'm really not surprised. I'm not
You're not
surprised because I saw that. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And it's going to continue happening this season. Basically, it's just rinse and repeat. It's what happened last season. It's already happening again. And because of that, you're seeing the club like want to do like panic buys. Oh, they're trying to get what's the name?
Rabiot.
Rabiot
and
that former West Ham striker.
Man.
Those are simple. Those are panic buys.
Now take the fucking piss, mate.
Yeah, that's taking the piss. Why did they buy those players?
The guy was an ex-Stoke City player.
And
do you even think Liverpool or Man City will go looking for a Manutd? Really, bro? Have we sank that low?
How old is Manutd? Is he like 29 or something like that?
He's 33.
No, he's 33. But see, but
which one's the older one? Is Rabiot the older one then?
No, Rabiot not.
Rabiot
27. Is 27.
27.
But the thing is, what we're doing now, trying to get Arnautovic, we've done it before. We did it with Igalo. We did it with
what's his name?
With Cavani. We've done it. It's not the first time. We did it with. It's ridiculous. It's not the first time. So I just want everyone to know that what the club is doing now is something that they've done season after season.
Right.
It's panic buy because we lose the first game of the season and oh shit, we got to go buy more players. Right. And it's not even getting. So that's to tell you, if we won that game yesterday, we won't be thinking about buying these two players, and of which I don't even think they're good enough. I don't think they even improve us, in my opinion.
Oh, no, not at all.
So when you look at it now, United have lost the first game at home. Our fans are all crazy around the world, all upset. De Jong says, "I'm staying at Barcelona." That's what he said. After they said he had a great game yesterday at the new camp. The fans cheered him on. They sang his name. He doesn't want to leave. Now, United maybe somehow realized it looks like the De Jong deal is not going to happen. Let's run to Juventus. One guy's got 1 year left on his contract. Rabiot, French international, good midfielder, attacking. Let's try working on that. Juventus said, we're not really thinking of selling him, but we're ready to listen to offers. This is where United get screwed. This is where they get screwed because it's always desperation. When someone knows you're desperate, they're going to raise the prices. Yep. Now, they're looking at Leroy Sané. Bayern Munich said he's not for sale because they realize they're not going to get Anthony. Ajax said it's 100 million. He was 45 million in May. He's now 100 million in August. See the time frames? Now they're looking at Leroy Sané as a second choice for the Anthony miss. Bayern said he's not available. They're looking at Marco Arnautovic. Played for West Ham, played for Stoke, went to China, now plays for Bologna in Serie A. I mean, really, I cannot see Man City going to look for that kind of striker or Liverpool, regardless of how bad. For midfielder, okay, but for a striker, I'm sorry. And if a team to win the league title, it's not going to be that kind of guy you're going to get. But this is where United are in the transfer market. Louis,
we're not that team anymore.
When you saw that game yesterday, you saw the way Brighton, we were all there, the composure from Brighton, they were not intimidated. You would have thought they were the home team. Composed on the ball, the midfield was working like a machine. Considering they had lost 3 players, Basima, Cucurella, and someone else.
They lost 3 players, but they played in a system.
Exactly.
They played in a well-drilled, well-practiced. This is what they did yesterday was completely out of the training ground. Professional players going out against what is supposed to be a superior team, and each individual player did their job. Was it masterclass? No, but they got the job done.
100%.
It was expansive, attacking football for about 30, 35 minutes. They did what they needed to do, and then they parked that bus. They parked the bus, took the wheels off, took the engine out, and said, "We're not moving for nothing." Yeah. And it's completely easy to do that against. It's easy to park the bus for 70 minutes, 65 minutes when Harry Maguire can't press, The back line can't press. They can't push up the field. So what are they going to do? Fred is not a 6. He's not a 6. Who is he going to protect in between the center backs? How are they supposed to play Ten Hag's high line of football with Harry Maguire as the captain, as the leader, the end-all, be-all, the saint, the savior? It's schoolboy stuff. Brighton might as well have been playing Klein High School boys. You know, it's a stark difference when you see a team that has been over the last, you know, since the end of the season, training, drilling, you know, playing the style that they want to play, losing players, sure, making adjustments, having a clear vision, having a clear ambition, and a club where, you know, the manager says, okay, I want Frankie de Jong 3 months ago. Here we are. We have no Frankie de Jong. Okay, I want Anthony. Anthony, like you said, 45 million, now 100 million. Inflation's a bitch, ain't it? You know what I'm saying?
I remember they wanted Timber. They wanted Timber.
They wanted Nunez. They wanted, you know, he came with a list. And Ole came with a list, and Ragnick came with a list, and Mourinho came with a list, and Van Gaal came with a list. And you know, they asked for a couple of dollar bills, and the Glazers said, "Here's some pennies." You know what I mean? Our biggest summer signing, I haven't seen him yet. Has anybody seen Dividends? He wasn't at the first game. You know, that was our biggest summer signing, $11 million. Did you see Dividends? Was he coming off the bench? No other club owner takes money out the club right before a transfer window and makes no signings. No other owner does that. At what point, I was listening to Goldbridge, and he said, how bad is it going to get? And I was like, man, there's no end in sight to the greed. There's no end in sight to the functionality of the club as it stands, which is we have a huge fan base across billions of people across the globe. They'll buy the shirts. They'll buy their Manu TV subscriptions.
Yep.
And we'll be fine. Doesn't matter if we finish first. Doesn't matter if we finish 8th. The club is too big to fail. And if the 2008 housing crisis has taught us anything, watch out, because it's coming. It's coming.
So as it stands, with first point, so a lot of fans say they're happy United lost the first game because it shows there's work to be done. That if United had won, say they beat Brighton 4-0, oh, it would have been, oh, candles, balloons lit up, fireworks, United are back. Oh, Eric Ten Hag is back. You could see his face start changing when the second goal went in. You could see the frustration, like,
oh, he was depressed.
He was depressed because anytime I close my eyes, I see that second goal. United are in Brighton's half, in the right-hand corner, pressing. How they got defenders to backheel that ball backwards, found a way. Luke Shaw did not stop the guy from trying to take a shot, and it's goal number 2. I was talking to a guy in front of me. I said, next goal is crucial. As it was 1-0. I said,
you said that to me.
Yeah, next goal is crucial.
You said next goal is crucial. And the second that who was in the corner? I think it was Ronaldo was in the corner.
Yeah.
And Sancho was there, and they were struggling to get the ball out. And I remember it's a loose ball that goes towards the defender, and he hits it back.
Yeah.
The second that defender hit it back, I said, oh my God, we're caught out.
Yeah.
I said, we're caught out. There's
spread
no
the ball
way.
Down left and send it to the right.
In my mind, I was thinking the only way that this is not a goal is if the striker misses.
Yeah.
Because we were caught out. Harry was too high. Fred was out of position because he's not a 6. Freaking Scott McTominay, he's a fake footballer who runs away from the ball. So, you know, he's not going for it.
I heard there were times you kept saying, stop hiding, stop hiding. I heard you say that.
He hides. Watch him. Watch when the center backs, and Martinez is a guy who wants to play with the ball at his feet, right? He gets the ball as the center back, and he's looking into the midfield. Watch McTominay run behind a Brighton midfielder. run all the way up into the forward line when the center back has the ball. Watch how he hides. It's incredible to me. The only kid on the field that doesn't want the ball is the one that knows he can't hack it. He's the one that knows he's not good enough. The one who does not want the ball is the one who doesn't want his friends to see him lose it and tell him after the game, right? It's every little kid, you know, that plays in the park. Everybody wants the ball.
Right.
Everybody wants the ball. Now McTominay, that's a fake footballer, man. That's a fake footballer. He's hiding, and he's the midfield's completely open. Bruno's high, Fred is high, and who is Dalot? Because it was on the right hand side. He's high too, because again, we're trying to go
we're
forward
trying to press.
there.
We're pressing. Him and Sancho pushing down that right.
So you have Maguire, you have Martinez trying to hold a high line, and the second that ball is gone, I said, "Oh, we're caught out. It's over. It's over. It's completely. It's just completely horrible to watch."
Go back to the first goal.
Mm-hmm.
How bad? So who would you blame for the first goal now? The first goal was
that was not Luke Shaw. It wasn't Luke Shaw's fault though. I just want to make fans to know
I don't know.
That wasn't Luke Shaw. No, Luke Shaw ran back to defend the ball from going into the net though. That's what he did. I can't remember what happened before that, but it wasn't
the first. It comes off of David De Gea's hands. The first shot, correct? And it goes towards the. Yes.
Nah, that was the second goal. That was the second.
That's second goal.
That's the second goal. He parries it, and they return it back.
And it comes out on the other side.
Shaw, did not block the guy from taking it. Should not. That guy should not be shooting.
Well, no.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. That's what it was.
No, it wasn't.
It's not Luke Shaw. It's not Luke Shaw's fault.
The reason why that.
So do you put that on Martinez?
No. The reason why that happened is because Luke Shaw man marked the guy that played the dummy. He dummied the ball, and then the guy, like Luke Shaw, covered for somebody that was supposed to mark somebody in front of De Gea. And when that guy played the dummy, the guy that Luke Shaw was supposed to be marking was wide open, and then it went straight in. It wasn't Luke Shaw's fault.
Okay.
It wasn't Luke Shaw's fault.
Here's
it was probably. I'm watching it right now.
I don't know why fans keep saying Luke Shaw. I keep hearing Luke Shaw. I'm like, what the hell?
He had a bad game.
Everyone had a bad game. Everyone had bad games.
But I mean, Luke Shaw is having a run of bad games.
Let's quickly jump into the.
No one had a good game. So
let's quickly jump into the player ratings quickly.
Shit.
You just give me a score of 1 to 10. You know, no need to describe how when we also we're gonna start. David De Gea, Louis.
6, average. Distribution okay.
Bems.
Distribution was poor actually from David.
I think that was the set.
Get out of here!
Get
out of here! Name one time that he lost the ball in the distribution.
No, Louis. Let's not play. Go. Just go watch the game again.
The first goal, right? The first goal.
I was at the bar watching the game with Tim. Where were you?
Just watch it again. Watch it again. Watch it again. It's well talked about. It's been well talked about in the media.
I watched the media too. I know they don't know
what
they're talking about.
It's all over the internet. David De Gea's distribution is poor. It was poor that game. It was poor. There was two times. There was two times. It was.
So what would you give him?
Wait. Let me.
So what would you give him?
Let me finish.
What would you give him?
Let me
finish.
We're
gonna make Tim mad.
No. Wait. There was two moments where he passed the ball like he passed the ball to the throw-in line. 2 times,
right?
Because that's what David De Gea does when he's under pressure, right? And he doesn't, he can't pick a pass, right? So his next option is 2 things: either he just shoots it forward, or he tries to pick out the low or Shaw. But he totally
the first goal, he made a kick to the center circle. McTominay lost the ball, and that was game over.
So is that on De Gea or is that on McTominay?
McTominay.
That's what it sounds like.
No.
That's what it sounds like.
No.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a keeper who looks up, sees no options, and ditches it.
It depends on the type of pass. You can't force the ball into. You can't force it into the midfield if the player is not open.
True.
If you
Was he
force the
not open,
ball-
though?
So Ben,
I don't
give me
think he
your
was
score.
open.
for
I
the
don't
Gea.
think he
Benz,
wasn't
Give me your
open.
score for the Gea.
Benz,
It wasn't
Benz,
open, yeah.
Benz,
Yeah.
Benz. If McTominay was good enough, he would have been able to maintain possession of the ball. He
That's all
tried.
I'm saying.
McTominay did have possession of the ball. He then tried to dribble past between two people.
Okay, the
That is
thing is,
not his. That's
did
not
he
his-
trap
that's
the
not-
ball? Did he
He
trap
did
the
not.
ball?
He did
Did
not.
he get
He
control of the ball?
He had control of the ball, and then he tried to push
And was
it
he covered?
through.
Did he have a
was
man
covered
on
by-
him?
Yes, but
Okay.
hey,
But that's
So,
that's
no,
playing in the
what I'm
midfield.
saying-
No, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Let's
He's
wait a
gonna
minute.
be under
move
pressure.
to the
Wait a minute.
ratings.
If he had a
Playing
man
in the
on
midfield.
him, no.
Benz,
Oh, no,
let me
it-
ask you a question. Right? If Pogba was in the same position
No.
and lost the ball, no, hold up.
Forget
now.
about the
Oh,
ability.
because it's
Forget
about
about
level.
the
It's
ability.
Joe,
It
make
has
your
to
point
do with
quickly. Make your point
ability,
quickly.
though.
No,
It has to
It
do-
would be a
no,
mob
it
in the
has-
town
it-
square,
Let
and you
him
know
make his
it.
point. Let him make his point.
No. Forget about ability. Forget about ability. What I'm saying here
Ben,
is that
let
if you,
Joe finish. Let Joe finish.
Okay.
Then you rebuttal. Then
Nah.
you go straight into your
he's
ratings
referring to
after the
ability,
rebuttal.
though. He's bringing Pogba. He's referring to ability. It's not on ability here, right? As you are the goalkeeper, right? Or if you are any player, right, in football, right? You pass when you're picking who to pass to, is to pass to an open man. Now there's situations where you don't have players that are open.
Mhm.
That does happen, but when you have a situation where almost everybody is closed,
Mhm.
no man is open, right?
Mhm.
You can pick, if you want to make decision to make the pass, pick the least risky pass.
A lot of
That's
coaches would
football.
argue
But
kicking it out
he
is the
just-
less
he
risky
just
kicked the
pass.
ball.
Okay,
He just
okay.
kicked the ball to the
If
center
you're gonna
circle.
hoof the ball to the middle of the center circle, to
McTominay
your
could not control the
midfielders,
ball. He lost
he
possession.
couldn't control the ball because
Okay.
one he's not even good. He's not really good at keeping control of the ball. That's one. Two, he was covered. How you gonna do that?
Okay.
That-
All right. Let's
that's
go
what
back
I'm
into
saying.
let's go
Can I-
back
can
into the
I-
ratings.
can I just-
If they didn't play that ball to the midfield,
Ben,
that
I
goal
need
would
your
have.
ratings. The Gea.
No,
Hold on.
the hair. I will
Hold
give
up.
the hair. I'll give the
Hold
hair a 5.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me
Ben,
just
Joe,
let me
finish
just
your
say
statement and go to
let
your
me just say
ratings.
one quick thing about
Yeah.
quality. That's the problem that De Gea has. We have managers that wanted De Gea to play the ball out the back, but he doesn't have people that can handle the ball in front of him.
Big facts.
Maguire, you pass the
Big
ball to him,
facts.
he's gonna hide.
I agree. You don't have players that can handle the ball, but the hair himself is not good distribution wise.
But it would.
Distribution is sketchy.
Do you think it would be easier for him to be able to distribute the ball if he had playmakers that are pressure resistant? Like somebody did a strategic, just run through of the game, right? And like this is something that players, like active players, have said about Manchester United. When a certain weak body on our team gets the ball, that is the cue.
Then let me ask you the question, Joe.
In this game,
who was that weak person? Who was that trigger in our team?
I'll say in this particular game, it was Fred. But the same thing happens with McTominay.
Okay,
right?
that's correct.
Let's move on from that.
Is Fred. It's
And
always
let's go
Fred.
back to the ratings. So, Joe, I need your ratings, please. De Gea.
For De Gea?
Yes. Yesterday's performance. De Gea.
De Gea, I'll give him maybe a 5.5.
5.5. Louis, sure.
5. That's
Ben?
being generous.
Ben?
Yeah, I guess a 5. A 5 too.
Joe.
5.
Hey, there he is.
I'm gonna get.
And he wants to. He made sure I had my face in the background. Yeah.
Your
Nice
favorite,
one,
the
nice one,
controversial
Joe.
one.
That's the Bems that I know and love.
He's been looking for that picture so he could come on with it. That's what he's been. That's why he waited to turn on his camera.
I had that shit on my I had that shit on my Google Photos after we set my password real quick.
So Joe, what are you giving Shaw?
Luke Shaw, I'm gonna give him a 5, man. I didn't see too much of him going forward. So
Louis,
below.
Below. Maybe a 5.5, slightly better going forward, terrible going back.
Yeah.
Bems.
The low was better than Shaw. So I
Yeah.
give the low a 5.5 or 6. He was better than Shaw.
Joe?
6.
I give the low another 5.5. I'm still not. To me, you gotta be proficient in the position that you're being paid to do. And if you're a defensive player, you're a defensive player first, and an offensive player second. And he wasn't great either way.
That's not the way the game is these days, though. You expect it to be both offense and defense equally.
It depends on the system. It
Right,
depends on the
let's keep it
system.
moving. Keep it moving.
It depends on the system, yes. It depends on the system. But if
And your
if
score
you're playing
is?
attacking football, you're supposed to be.
Okay, how many crosses did Delo give you today? Last week.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
How many forward passes? Like if
No,
that's what
I'm not
if
saying.
that's why
I'm
he's there.
not saying the low
Let's
is
let's
very
keep to
good.
the
Saying,
script.
I'm not saying the
okay.
low is the answer. I'm not saying.
I need
the
the
answer.
low to stick to the script.
But I
Okay,
just
so
don't.
what
I
you
think
rating him?
he was better than Shaw yesterday.
You know what? Because of Bems, the low gets a 4.
Okay. That's fine. I'm not saying the low is the answer. That's not what I'm saying.
Louis Martinez.
Ooh, I don't know if people are gonna like me for this one. 4.5, maybe a 5.
5.
On the
Yeah,
debut.
he did not have a good day. He didn't have a good debut. It was not a good
Bems.
debut. I liked him on the ball, but
He did make a couple mistakes, just like the low made a couple mistakes too. But
he definitely did.
He wasn't he wasn't bad in my opinion.
It wasn't good.
I think no. And again, I'm going to repeat myself. No one was good yesterday. So yeah, no one was good. So I mean, what's this? I would say. I mean, it's just tough, man. 5.5 to 6. It's just tough to give anyone more than that. Yeah, he made a couple mistakes, yeah, but it wasn't like as bad as other people.
Joe.
Yeah, 5.5 to 6. Same thing. He made a couple of mistakes. First game debut. He's got Harry Maguire next to him. That's gonna make anybody.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Yo, bro, that doesn't help,
help.
man. No, seriously, though. That doesn't help, man.
Yeah,
that does
man.
not
Having
help.
Harry Maguire there, that's a handicap
Okay.
for
That does not
sure.
help.
Maguire.
You know?
Louis.
Maguire, can we give negatives?
You can.
No,
Any number you want.
Nah, don't do that, man.
Look,
Hey,
I give it.
hey,
if,
bro, let
if
me send you a link.
anything-
Let me send you a link so you can watch that whole game. Over.
If
Before
anything,
you do
I
what you
might
about to
give
do.
him. I might give him a 4
4.
or 3 because he connected some passes, but that's about it.
Right.
As
Ben.
if you're going to be the captain and your back line is that disorganized, you bear the majority of the responsibility for the back line. Delo was poor, Shaw was poor, Martinez did not have a good debut, but you're the captain and you're the center back, and your back line is that disorganized. That's rough, buddy. That's rough.
So you're giving him a 4 or 3? Which one is
3. I'm gonna say 3.
Ooh.
it? Bems. Maguire.
Maguire was shit. Nah, seriously, that guy's defending is that guy's defending. He's defending sometimes is schoolboy shit, man. Like
Yep.
it doesn't make any sense. Getting dragged out of position, like come on, you're captain of the team. He does it every single time. And he doesn't read the game well. He doesn't react well enough. He's not proactive. He's always reactive. He's, I mean, a 3.5. That guy should not be the I don't know what.
Ben,
what people see in this
you're on
guy.
another. You're on another. I know.
Nah, the guy is terrible. He's terrible.
I know for a fact he has
He's
something on the
terrible.
Glazers. He's got something.
That
He's
guy's
got some
terrible.
blackmail
No,
somewhere.
listen.
He knows something.
The reason why Maguire is still a captain is because nobody else has stepped up. You can't. There is nobody on that team right now that can legitimately go to the manager or the club or the board or whatever and say, "I deserve."
You don't think De Gea can say that? I deserve to be the captain.
De Gea can't say that.
You're out of your
De
mind.
Gea-
Give me
can't say
give me
that.
your ratings.
Well, first of all, there is not gonna say that because that's who he is, and that's why
That's
he
also
can't be the
probably true.
captain. All right. Rating for Maguire, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna give him a 4.5. He was
A 4.5.
yes, he got exposed. He got exposed again, you know. But again, I'm at the level, I'm at the same level with Maguire that I am with McFred, right? If you're gonna play no motherfuckers, I'm not gonna blame them
But
because
he's also the captain.
he's also the captain. It was abysmal, and he's a captain, but only one person in that back line listens to him, and that's Luke Shaw. You think Martinez listened to him? You think Dalot's listening to him? You
The
think
thing is,
What? And again, we're not in the dressing room in that, but what has he done in the last 4 years to merit anyone in that back line seriously taking him serious as a captain?
Absolutely.
Because game in, game out, and what he does in the media and on social media, in the things that he says, like, that's not a fucking leader.
There's absolutely nothing he can say, but that speaks also to the state in which we're in, because we are so lacking in leaders. We are so lacking in quality, mentally strong individuals in the lineup, in the locker room, that Maguire is all we got. He literally
let's quickly move to the midfield. Fred, Louis.
4.
Bam.
2 or 1.
Fair.
Joe.
I give him a 3.
3.
Yeah.
Louis, McTominay.
1.
Jesus.
It's worse than Fred. And I put that on everything. He's worse than Fred, and Fred's bad.
Yeah.
Benz, McTominay. 2.
2. Yeah.
Joe.
I'm looking at this goal again. There's McTominay. He's jogging back.
The second goal was he lost the ball. That's how it.
Yeah, he lost the ball. Yeah.
That's how that took go.
Yeah. Doo-doo. He needs to play the club for Sunday. He gets a 0. He needs to no, seriously though. Just show up tomorrow, go to accounting, go to the treasury department, and just cut them a check, man. Come on, have some respect for yourself, man. Just go ahead and cut the team a check. Give it to a foundation or something, man. Feed some kids, save some children. Yo, send the Ukrainians some bullets. Do what you gotta do, man.
Damn.
You, sir. You, sir.
All right.
Dominic was so bad.
Ericsson, Louis.
Ericsson, he tried though. He tried.
Let's say it again.
Ericsson.
Christian Eriksen. Everybody's kind of giving him a pat on the back for the effort, aren't they? So I give him a 5, below average. He tried, but nothing came together.
Bems.
Yeah, I think he was probably the best player on that team yesterday.
Best player on the team, yeah.
Yeah, and that because I gave the low and some people 6. I give him a 6.5. He was the best player.
6.5. Joe. Ericsson.
About the same, about 6.5. Only smart, intelligent. The only person that just
He did try to put some crosses in the box. That one narrowly.
But then there was some shit he tried that didn't pan out, and I was like, okay, bro. At some point, I started seeing him making them moves. I'm like, oh, I hope he's not, because this shit is like some chicken pox, man, or fucking monkey pox. Like players are coming in to United at Old Trafford, and they're getting some kind of United pox or whatever the fuck, because like as soon as they come in, it's like the quality just fucking drops. He needs to understand. I guess. Well, I'm not even gonna fault him that much because I saw him making moves as if he was like somebody they had played with Son being in a certain position, with Kane being in a certain position, and he needs to learn real quick These lot, they don't move like them, man. They don't move. They don't. No, nah. You don't have Lo Celso. You don't have like quality players like mentally. Like you don't have mentally intelligent players playing with you right now, especially in that midfield. So
Right.
I give him a
Let's
6.
go to the forward line. Rashford, Louis.
Who?
Okay. Bems.
Man. Yeah. 3.
3. Joe.
Yeah, about a 3, maybe a 3. Yeah,
He's not a striker.
Yeah,
No, but he
can't
wasn't
play
playing
in
as a
the
striker
middle.
there. He wasn't playing in the middle.
He was
though.
in the beginning.
No,
in
he
the
wasn't.
beginning, he was there. Then he,
He
went
wasn't.
to the
He
left,
wasn't.
and then
No,
there's
he
no one
wasn't.
in the.
He never played in the middle
It's just
throughout the whole game.
disorganized.
He
Right.
never played in the middle. He
Bruno.
in the formation. He was put in the middle before the game started, but he never played there.
So he didn't follow
He was always on the
instructions, I
left.
suppose.
He was always on the left. No.
So
If you
Bruno
listen,
was in the
if you
middle.
watch the game, if you watch the game very well, right? When they
I mean,
start
he
the
always
game
drifts
off,
lefts. Yeah, that's
yes,
true.
when they start the game off, he was on. He was okay. I'll put it this way: on the team sheet, he was center forward. But when the game started, he was playing on the left.
Drifts left.
Ten Hag said it. He said that it's gonna be like a false nine situation between Bruno and Eriksen. Rashford was never supposed to be at the top of the lineup.
All right. Bruno, Louis.
Oof, man.
He had one chance. They
2.
cut back for him. He skied
2.
it.
2 is being nice.
Joe. I mean,
I don't know what the
Ben.
hell happened to Bruno, man. I don't know what. Oof. Somebody hurt Bruno.
Ben,
because-
Bruno.
Oh man, you're looking for Bruno?
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
Hey, we don't talk about.
We don't talk, no, for real though. We don't talk about no
we don't
for
talk
real,
about
though.
Bruno.
We don't talk about
Oh man, god damn. Okay, Bruno. Bruno, I'm gonna give Bruno. I give Bruno 4. Oh Lord.
Oh.
yo
Joe.
That guy
Bruno.
looks like Bruno.
Bruno.
Like a trained Bruno.
My man,
It's like a
Bruno.
17-year-old Bruno.
I want to sing that song so bad. I fucks with that chant, man. Bruno. I fucks with that chant, man.
It's a good chant. He's
It's
got
a
a
good
solid
one.
chant.
Can we
He's got a really
sing,
good
man?
one.
Do you realize?
If-
Do you realize we were at the pub, right? We didn't start singing until the second half.
Second half.
Yeah.
Bro,
Second half. Everybody
didn't
wanted
even-
to see what was going to happen.
no,
That's
it
why.
didn't even occur to us to sing because
Nah,
we were like,
we were too enthralled.
oh my god, man.
We were like, how is this going to
So,
go?
Joe, what are you giving Bruno?
Bruno gets he gets a 3. He was so poor. 3
Louis
or 4.
Sancho.
Yeah.
Sancho, I gave Rashford a 2, so 3, maybe slightly better, but still not very good. No
Damn.
service, no shots on goal. Not that I remember.
I give Sancho like a 4.5.
Joe.
Yeah, about 4.5, maybe 5.
So the
tried to
first two.
you know
the
what? No,
first-
second half was pretty poor. Back to 4.5.
So the first sub in wasn't it was Van der Beek and Ronaldo. The ones who came in 2 minutes to go. I'm not even bothered about that.
Van der Beek
So-
and Fred.
Van der Beek for Fred and Ronaldo for Ronaldo came up for
Rather came off from McTominay.
yes, I think so.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So-
Ronaldo came in.
Ronaldo came up for Fred and Van der Beek came up for Bruno, I think. Wasn't it?
No,
Yeah,
no, sorry.
they did
no.
take
Yeah,
Bruno
yeah,
off.
yeah.
didn't
No,
they?
no.
Or did they take
No,
Bruno
no.
off at the end?
No. Van der Beek came on for
Man,
McTominay.
I gotta
Bruno
look this
came
up.
on.
I can't even remember.
Bruno came off at the end. Bruno came off for
Yeah.
those for Garnacho.
Yeah, who did
And,
Ronaldo
Luke
come
Shaw
on?
The-
came off.
The
came
future
off.
is
Come on.
bright, ain't it?
Huh?
The future is
Ronaldo
bright.
came off with Fred.
Okay.
Fred came
So,
off and then Ronaldo came in because Ronaldo
Louis,
was the first
Van
person
der
to go in the
Beek.
game.
Van de Beek, I'll give him like a 5.5. I rate Van de Beek as a bench player. Everything he does is he protects the ball. It's
Right.
not it's not forward thinking. It's not threatening, but he doesn't lose it. So I mean, I like that aspect. If you're winning or if you're tied, yeah, sub him on. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. 5-5.
Bems, Van der Beek.
For me, I rate Van der Beek as a starting player in this team. I think if you look at
Better than Fred and McTominay for sure.
oh, definitely. If you look at you talk
100%.
about quality, he's better than Fred and McTominay. He's way better than Fred and McTominay. So because of that, I think he should be starting over them. Van der Beek, Van der Beek did his job when he came in the game. He did. You could tell he was trying to get the ball ticking, and that's what he does. He's the type of player that just gets the ball ticking. Gets the ball ticking. He's a one-touch guy, one touch and move. I give him a 6. I give him a 6.
Van der Beek.
I give him about a 5.5.
5.5.
Van der Beek. Yeah.
Louis, Ronaldo.
Yeah, probably about a 5.5. He tries some stuff. He's trying harder than a lot of the other players, but I mean, you can tell in his mind he's like, I don't fucking want to be here. No.
But he was still professional in your mind?
He was. I mean, in the box, what things that he tried to do didn't really come off. But I mean, again, he's not a player. He's not one to do something too risky or lose the ball or something like this.
Kept it safe and
I think he kept it safe overall. I think he had a couple of chances. I think one shot he puts like right into the keeper. I think maybe he had a couple of passes on the floor right across the 6, but again, nothing overall like, oh, that's the Ronaldo that we all love, right? It was just kind of like, okay, he's got to put in his shift. You know, he's not happy. There's a bunch of background stuff going on. So yeah, maybe a little below average.
Ronaldo, he didn't really do much when he came to the game. Really,
no, not at all.
A 5.
Joe.
Yeah, same about a 5.5. I
5.
mean, they threw him in there like he was like a Super Mario star or something.
So it
like,
gave them something to aim for. And
Yeah,
at that point, they still could not get the crosses into the box properly.
I don't think he's fully been integrated into the game plan. But you know what? This game was so poorly executed. There really was no game plan for Ronaldo to even get into. It was just straight chaos. And that's what Ronaldo is. Ronaldo, he's like at the end, like in the half, like he all-ate it. He just throw in a superstar, just chaos. Let's see what happens.
You know what I think it is?
Yeah.
And like Tim was saying earlier, like a lot of people are saying like, oh, they're happy we lost because the Glazers were in the stadium, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're having a game it's that bad and the Glazers are in the stadium and you don't put on Ronaldo, right? Like you don't sub him on, what is the message that's probably going to come down on Monday? Like you're probably going to get your ass reamed. Like, like it's all your fault. You didn't sub on Ronaldo, blah, 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 blah. And I think that's what it was. It's just like, oh, hey, here's your point for that. Here's your boy. Here's your superstar.
Joe, I think Joe made a point saying there was no game plan per se, because up to then, that false 9 thing was not working at all. It was just noise. There was no balls in the box.
There was no system
but you can't blame
system for Ronaldo to improve.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you can't blame Ten Hag for that though either, because one of the biggest reasons, which I mentioned in the beginning of this call, was that we don't have a midfield. When you do not have a midfield, you can't build on anything. When you don't have the midfield, which we didn't have, our forwards were not getting the ball. Christian Eriksen was supposed to be the person playing, is in pretty much being the person that like the furthest up, but he wasn't getting the ball, and he wasn't getting the ball because Fred and McTominay were not progressing the ball forward. So when you don't have a midfielder to progress the ball forward, I'll tell you, yes, we didn't have a plan. We didn't really have a plan, but if we at least had a midfield, I can guarantee you we wouldn't have lost that game.
Right.
I would only counter with
we wouldn't have lost the game. Yeah, sorry.
I would only counter with I'm sure there was a plan. I'm sure it was a well thought out plan. I bet it was Erik Ten Hag's system of play, and I bet it looked freaking fantastic on paper. but we don't have players that are quality enough
Right.
to execute.
Those
such a
substitutions
plan.
at 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about that, Joe?
That substitution, put the exclamation point of why. I'm just going ahead and say right now, Ten Hag's gonna get a 3 out of me. 3 or maybe even
3
4.
subs, fresh legs, younger
Yeah.
players.
No.
What was the
The
point?
reason,
Too late.
the reason why he gets extra points negated from him is that those were the exact substitutions that needed to be made 20 minutes prior to them being made.
Yeah.
20 minutes, and I think we would have won that game.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I there's no way we would have won that game.
20
That game
minutes,
was
I
not
think.
winnable.
Wait a
That
minute.
game
Wait a
was
minute.
winnable.
Wait a minute.
That's
Listen,
kind of where
listen,
I'm at, though.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
We wouldn't have won
listen
that
to me.
game.
Listen to me. All right. Our new left back with Garnacho on the left side. All right.
We wouldn't have won that game with them.
Bro, I think we because we had
These are
them.
new players. These
I
are
think-
new players.
mind
These
you,
are
I said-
young players. You're putting
mind you-
so much pressure on them to go win the
Mind
game
you-
for you.
I think-
You're down. No.
Bro.
I think
Joe,
very
finish
much.
your point. Finish your point, Joe.
Yes. go ahead.
There was nothing about Garnacho. Like I can see some of our youngsters coming up, right? I can see it in their eyes. I can see the worry in their eyes. I don't see that in this Garnacho kid, man. The Garnacho was getting pissed off towards the end of the game because Malacia kept on kicking the ball out of bounds, and he wanted the ball, man. He said you got to look at players that are looking for the ball in moments like that. They're not trying to hide. They're like, you can tell he has the fire. He's trying to get into this team.
So remember,
Yeah,
it was like
yeah.
a young,
Give that
it was
kid
like
the
a
ball,
young
man.
Ronaldo, always wanting the ball, always giving the
Yeah.
ball.
I'm not ready to say that.
He may have the fire, right? He may have the fire, but I'm sorry if you don't have the players around him to really nurture him and bring him up, he will feel like everyone else. And I'm telling you, Garnacho coming to that team, he will fail. I'm guarantee you that.
I mean, that's a chicken before the egg. That's a chicken and eggs type of situation, right?
Well,
because you're saying
wait.
that no.
Wait,
What you're saying is
we'll see if it happens or not.
what you're saying is young players cannot develop without older players there to nourish them.
No,
right?
no. It's not.
with-
It's not
with
that
that
they
theory,
can't
this-
develop, but it's like role models. Somebody to
Yeah.
like they learn from on the pitch. Because if you
Okay,
remember,
okay.
I mean,
Tim,
the
just
class of
speak about the
92
class, not exactly.
the class of
92.
92 were thrown right in there, but they had people like Mark Hughes, Eric Cantona, Steve Bruce are in the same team, so they were able to learn.
Thank you.
Even
you.
the early Fergie days, when he threw in the youngsters, he had experience all over the team.
Thank you.
When Ronaldo's thrown in at 18, when Bruno's thrown in at 18,
They had experience all over.
They had Nistelrooy, Rio, Keane, Neville, experience who were like, and remember, when Ronaldo's to step over dribble and not cross, he got told off and he learned quick.
Yeah.
So when he did the same to these youngsters, 13, 14 years later, they told him to fuck off.
I think it's very clear that Garnacho can be a very special talent in the future.
I totally agree with that. Yeah.
But I think Bems is right when you look at this game
and this team.
Sure, and this team, you sub them on. Sure, say you sub them on 20 minutes earlier. It's probably even a closer game. I think it's maybe even more fireworks, right? Or if I recall when Hannibal came on and he gets a yellow card and everybody's like, oh, that kid's a punk. And everybody's like, no, that's the passion, right? If you don't have a solid core within your 11 that are on the field, there is no way that 2 players or 3 players can come on and solve the issue that is a disconnected team. And they're completely disconnected. If you bring on a young player later in a game with the understanding that, yes, they might be passionate, they might be physically fit, but they make mistakes, they fumble the ball, they try stuff that doesn't work, but you're confident in your core to be behind them, to recover if they make mistakes, that allows them the freedom that Ronaldo had when he was young, that allows them to be able to, to go forward and try flashy 1v1s and shoot from distance. That comes from having a solid base. And what we have right now, Jesus Christ, it might as well be made out of Jello. It's
it's far from that.
And if you get a player like a Hannibal who say he is getting too wild on the field and he's getting too many yellow cards and he's causing too many problems, a Roy Keane will freaking grab him by the scruff of the neck in the locker room, put him up against the wall and say, we don't do that here. Right. You can have some fun, but we're gonna play it this style. Right. Who in that dressing room, because it sure as hell ain't gonna be freaking Harry to grab them and say, hey man, I love the passion, but you need to calm down. No, they're gonna go off and they're gonna tweet, oh well, I must be good because Southgate likes me. Like, dude, there's nothing that I don't take this game away from Ten Hag. I don't take points away from him from that. I thought it was kind of weird. But other than that, man, it's like, I think it's like Tim said, the look on his face was just utter devastation.
Yeah, he was.
He's like, whatever we've been working on for the last 3-4 weeks, these guys have just basically told Ten Hag, fuck off. Like, we're not going to do it. We don't have to do it. We're already on ridiculous wages.
Oh, probably don't even know how to.
They don't know how to, but they don't have to improve.
Ragnick said
they don't have
they
to
don't
improve.
listen to him. So, right, let's get back on track. What are you giving, Louis? Are you giving the whole team, or all the players together? What are you giving them on a scale of 1 to 10?
The whole team together on a scale of 1 to 10, you get a 2, but only because Eriksen and Donny put in a shift and kind of Ronaldo a little bit.
Right.
It's the only reason you get a 2. Everything else was an absolute shame. It was a shame. It was disgusting to watch.
Bems, team overall team, what are you grading Man United for yesterday turning out?
What, 3, 4?
3. Joe?
Yeah, probably about a 3, 4.
Y'all are generous.
3.5. I know, because I really didn't see anything. I mean, I saw a little bit of towards the beginning of the second half. I saw a little bit, but yeah, man. Yeah, about a 2.5, maybe even 3 now. Yeah,
yeah. I will.
So there was you didn't see no fights, no at 2-0 down. Do you think the heads went down or?
Oh yeah. The heads went down.
Yeah.
The heads went down. It always goes.
This is the most I have never seen a more mentally unfit team in my life. So to me right now it doesn't matter.
I have. It was last year.
Well,
it was last season.
To me, it doesn't even matter what I see them doing in the gym, because they
gotta stop posting gym photos.
Oh my
For the love of God, they gotta stop.
You guys are working the wrong muscle. Working the wrong muscle.
Club. That's the club.
Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. Let's stay on track.
They need to be in the classroom.
Let's stay on track. Right. Eric Ten Hag substitution tactics and selection yesterday. So for his subs, the tactics he employed and the substitutions he used, the system he played, the selection he selected yesterday. Louis, what are you giving Eric Ten Hag?
It's really hard to rate the Ten Hag system when you know what the players did was not his style of play. You know that's not what he's been trying to coach. Like, you saw glimpses of it in the preseason where we keep the majority of the ball and it's attacking and it looks good. Granted, it's preseason and you got to take it with a grain of salt. But yesterday, they didn't follow through on any of the tactics. So does that take away from him because he's maybe not ready as a manager to handle such a broken club? It's really, really hard. Just because we lost and because they can't handle the style, maybe give him like a 5. But you can't tear him apart for what the boys did on the field yesterday. I don't think you can.
Bems, Eric Ten Hag, tactics, selection, substitutions.
His tactics were not carried out by the players. That's not his fault. He made comments about self-belief that they didn't believe in themselves. So that tells you that the players didn't do what he wanted them to do.
Yeah, don't believe in themselves so early in the season. Where's the buzz?
He said it. It's lack of self-belief. So that tells you it's on the players. So selection, my only problem, the only issue, only thing I didn't like about the selection is Freddie McTominay. But at the same time, who else do we have? to throw in to play those positions. So because and it's not Ten Hag's fault. That's on the club for not giving him the midfield player
We've
for
been
not
saying
giving him
with
signings.
Fred for 4
So it's not his
seasons.
fault.
Yeah.
It's not his fault for
Sad.
playing McFred. He has no choice because no one to play. So but substitutions, I will blame Ten Hag for not making substitutions early enough. I would say even though Garnacho and Malaysia, then I mean you can't depend on them to win the game for you. But at least I would have took the gamble. If I was him, I would have thrown them on earlier than the last.
At least to send a message.
I would have thrown them on at least with 20 minutes to go. At least with 20 minutes to go. So his substitutions, I would say were a little off. I just didn't like that. But I'm going to so overall, I'm gonna give Ten Hag. Man, it's tough rating Ten Hag, man. I'm gonna give Ten Hag a 4 or 5. I'm just gonna give him a 5 just because this is his first game, and even though he saw them play last season against Crystal Palace and they were trash, I would have expected that this guy would have seen what these players are like, but I guess he wanted to see it for himself. So if he picks the same team next week, if he picks Freddie McTominay in the middle, and we lose, I'm sorry, Ten Hag, you're gonna get a 0 or 1 because
That's fair.
They I mean you can't keep playing if he just like Goldbridge has always said, if you continue to play Freddie McTominay as a manager, you will lose your job quickly than anything else. And if he continues to do that, he will lose his job quick.
Okay, Joe, Eric Ten Hag.
Eric Ten Hag.
Substitution selections and tactics.
Tactics weren't followed through clearly because the way the team was moving in the preseason is not what happened on Sunday. So I would imagine he tried to follow through with the same exact tactics, but it just wasn't executed by the team. So right there, he gets like benefit of the doubt. But as a manager, it's also your job to see the cards that you have on the table and play the best hand. And I don't think he played this best hand early enough. I don't think he was quick. And I think this was a game where he was just trying to, show support, show loyalty to certain individuals. No, this is mainly the starting lineup from last season.
Yeah,
exactly.
It was same team. Yeah.
So what are you giving him?
So this was. I'm giving him a 4, maybe even a 3.5 because I don't think it was good enough. He needs to realize very quickly. I mean, after this game, he needs to be like, okay, this starting lineup is going to lose me my motherfucking job. So he needs to either make certain things better or he needs to bring the players that he needs. He needs to turn away as far away from this starting lineup as possible. Right.
Remember,
but the thing is, he's only. I mean, he's at the mercy of the club. The club have to give him the players that he wants. Right. They don't give it to him.
If he doesn't get the sign, he's gonna get sacked.
Yeah, he's gonna get sacked, but it's not gonna be his fault because as we say again, the board are not giving him the players that he needs.
Right. But remember the initial plan was to have Rangnick upstairs, and they will work as a team. He knows the European market much more than Ten Hag. Ten Hag knows the Dutch market, Ajax players, ex-Ajax players. He knows that to a core. But Rangnick knows European market, the German league. He knows the players, the talent right there. But because he spoke his truth, unfortunately, he told us what we never would have heard from Ole. Ole would tell you, we go again. This guy will tell, he said they were rubbish. They don't listen. This team, I don't understand why a player will be given a 5-year contract when you know you're not even going to play him. He was actually hurting the brand and they had to ship him out. If you guys remember, on his first day on his press conference, they asked him, were you able to speak to Rangnick? He said, no, I will analyze the players myself. So they wanted to see if they had been speaking. But obviously, if he had listened to what Rangnick had said and told him, he would have told him that Dan McFred, if you want to get fired, keep playing them. But as a manager coming into Man United, he will think maybe if I coach them a bit better, I could fix them. That's what he's probably going for because
Every manager's probably going to think like that. Yeah.
if you saw the preseason, he probably thought Eric Ten Hag's interview on the weekend. He said we had a good preseason. Yes, I would note some more players, but we had a good preseason. Most of us would say first 2 games, those are rubbish. Perth, that Australian team, that Thailand team, the games started to get harder when we played Aston Villa, Atletico, games started to get tough, and they struggled. But it is what it is. We still need players. There's no way. They need players. There is no way we're going to work with this. There's no way you're going to use McFred. We were not supposed to have McFred starting the season. If they had got the ducks in a row, we would have had midfielders better than what we have. Matic is gone. Pogba's gone. This team is weaker than last season. That's the problem.
Oh no, it is. It is. It's way way weaker.
World Cup, yeah.
In a World Cup, yeah.
I'm gonna say this, right? And I said it before. People say, "Oh, Bems, you're harsh." Oh, Bems, I don't think you can. Some people are. I don't know how people can predict top 4. I don't know how you can think like I don't know what's going through your brain.
Fans who say United gonna make top 4 is a hope and a prayer.
I don't know how that's
as it stands would need what happened in 2016 when Leicester won the league title for the top 3 or top 4 to do badly, have serious injury problems.
We'll still bottle it.
We're still gonna bottle it. We still won't make it.
Yeah,
I would say
because we're 6th to 8th, right? So even if all those teams bottle it, we're still 6th and 8th, regardless of what those guys do.
You know what?
See how bad the team is.
Even if we were to get top 4, even if we get De Jong still doesn't guarantee us 4th.
No,
I'm gonna tell you that right now. I would say
he's gonna need time to settle into the team, right?
The team. I will say this team right now, at best, I was even giving it 6th. 6 is too much. This team at best, seriously, this team at best is 7th to 8th.
Hey,
I guarantee you now, 7th to 8th at best.
Hey, can I say something? Can I
we
make a statement
lose
real
some
quick?
games, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Go.
Hey, the same way Jose Mourinho said one of his greatest achievements was to get this team to 2nd place. Yo, seriously? Would this be like one of Ten Hag's
and that
greatest
was
achievements?
21 points or 19 points behind City.
Would this be one of Ten Hag's greatest achievements if he gets this team top 4?
But to be fair, though, Jose Mourinho had Matic and Pogba that season. And that season he got 2nd, right? He did not play. It wasn't Fred and McTominay in the midfield throughout that season. It was
didn't he have Zlatan that season?
Herrera, Fellaini, and Pogba.
Yeah. He had a much better midfield. So I would say you can't compare that team to this team now.
Was it that team better?
Oh, that team was better than this team.
Yes.
Okay. Hell yeah, it was better.
Yes.
But the funny thing is, this was the most skillful team.
Huh?
This is a more skillful team.
No, that team was a top 4 team then.
What?
Currently, you have more skillful players. I'm thinking you have the Sancho.
More skillful team?
Yeah. No.
Oh, no, no,
I don't know about that.
No. Wait, talk about wait. No. This team, you have Sancho, who is skillful.
Because remember, we had Jones and Smallings.
But Smalling is better than Maguire.
Smalling is better than Maguire.
He's better than Maguire.
Big facts.
Better than Maguire.
Stop the presses.
We okay. You had Jones and Smalling.
Blind.
Blind to me, I'm sorry.
Blind is better than
I would take Blind over Maguire too.
Maguire
is shite.
I would take Blind right now.
Yes,
me
too.
Now.
I would take Blind right now.
So where does Varane fit into all of this? You guys have forgotten Varane?
Oh no, Varane is better than Blind. Varane is better than Maguire. Varane is better than Smalling. Varane is the best center back we have. Come on, bro.
As far as like broke center backs, Varane is now at the top of the totem pole as far as broke center backs. The totem pole that includes Varane,
Bye.
Bailly, and Phil
Jones.
Jones.
Come on, you
Oh,
can't. You
Antoine
can't put,
Xavier. You got to throw Antoine
nah,
Xavier
you
in
can't.
there.
You can't.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You can't
Yo.
put Varane in the class of Bailly and
Oh
all of them. Come on.
God.
I'm just talking about our players that wear the shirt and minutes, and
Well,
that is the
only-
pattern that I'm seeing with these.
The only reason why Varane is not playing is because of his injury concerns. That's the only reason. Because I don't see any other reason why he does not play. Because this is a player that has won Champions Leagues, like what, 3, 4, has won La Liga how many times?
It's a
Him
World
and
Cup
Ronaldo.
champion.
Exactly, a World Cup champion.
He's a
Come
World Cup
on.
champion.
These
but-
managers know.
but he doesn't have he had Kroos in front of him, not Freddie McTominay. You know, these
And he had
these are
Modric.
different settings.
Modric.
No,
These
no,
are
no,
different
no, no.
settings, man.
But that still doesn't define him
You
as
have
a player.
Marcelo as a left back.
So you're telling me Maguire's better than Varane?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. That's
What
not
about
I'm
his?
saying.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
When you say
let's
Lindelof's
not-
better than
He
Varane?
was in a
I'm
better
saying-
team. He was in a better team.
He was in a much
Yeah.
better team, and when you're in a
Yeah,
team
yeah,
like that,
he was,
you
yeah,
tend to look a little bit better. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
yeah.
Right.
But
That's
even
all I'm
though
saying.
he's still as good as advertised, I think.
Right. So as we moving on now, we'll quickly transfers now. As it is, midfield wise, United still have no midfielders. Rabiot, what do you guys think of Rabiot, the Juventus guy? He's a very good player. He's a very good
Is
player.
it?
He's better than McFred. We
He's
know
better.
this.
Anyone
But-
is better than
but-
McFred currently.
But what it really boils down to, and where the fan base have to really figure out our issues, because we're dysfunctional as all hell. What the fan base have to realize is what Rabiot is a panic answer to the De Jong failure.
Yes.
We failed in the De Jong transfer, whether it was ever viable or ever possible or not is irrelevant. We failed massively on the world stage as far as transfers goes, and this is their band-aid. So where the fan base has to recognize is, look, if terms are agreed and he comes in and he does well, thank God. But what we really have to realize is this board is trying to pull a bait and switch.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It's a bait and switch. And it used to be if somebody freaking pulled a bait and switch, everybody left their business, and that business they failed. And they had to shut their doors because they were trying to fucking scam people. This board, this ownership is trying to scam the fan base with any transfer that happens between now and the next 3 weeks. Any transfer between now and in the next 3 weeks is an absolute band-aid. It's an absolute scam. And look, we'll take it because we need it. And that's where we're at. Doesn't matter who they get. They could get, I was telling Shannon the other day, I said, you could get fucking Coco Caraquias from the Dynamo and put him in, and he's still a better 6. He's still a better 6 than Fred. On God. On God. Arriba Panama. On God, he is a better 6.
Wow.
And the people will rejoice because he's better, but it's still a scam. And it's still at the expense of the club. It's still at the expense of the fan base. And it's at the expense of the history that these players have built over Manchester United's lifetime. And that's really, really what it is. We got to call it. We got to call it where it is. Right. Any transfer that happens between now and the end of the transfer window has to be called out as the board just trying to pull the wool over people's eyes. And that's facts.
Thank you, Louis. Bems, midfielders, quickly.
What about midfielders?
Well, what United do? I mean, McFred, there's got to be another way. The De Jong thing, are you United going to keep waiting for De Jong to say he wants to come?
Look,
there have to be a plan B.
Fuck it, put Phil Jones in the midfield.
Look, man, we can say all what we want. We can say all we want to say, man, but this club, they're going to pull panic buys, and the panic buys are not good enough in the first place, because that's why they're panic buys. You don't get your first choice with panic buys. So anyone that any whoever the club bring in to play in the midfield is still not going to be what we
First choice.
need for us to push. It's not going to be first choice. They're going to be better than McFred for sure, but it's still not going to be what we need as a club.
Wow.
And like I've said for seasons upon seasons, I've been saying this. I've been singing the song. United is going to get worse. United will not be competitive. United will not win a trophy as long as the Glazers are still in charge of this club. I've been saying this season after season.
Facts.
So yesterday or Sunday was not, or was it? Yeah, yesterday was not a surprise, and we're gonna get more of Sunday. We're gonna get more of it this season. So buckle up and be ready for the ride. It's gonna be a long. It's gonna be a long season. It's gonna get worse. I guarantee you that.
Thank you, Ben. Joe, midfielders, where do we go here? De Jong, Rabiot.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't even matter. I mean, yeah, okay. There's some good names. Tillemans, I fucks with Tillemans, but there's too many weak bodies on that team. Like we need a, you know what our problem is? I think we have too many players that are very good at playing the wrong type of football. We have a bunch of players that no, seriously. We still have a lot of players, right, that would be very proficient in the counterattacking football. I say that because of our center backs. I say that because of Luke Shaw, our left backs, left and right backs, with Wan-Bissaka still on the team. I say that with Rashford. Rashford is not a playmaker. He doesn't move the ball. He's a sprinter. Just chuck the ball that way and he'll run. That's something that you'll see also with Sancho. And you know, it's just we need more movements in the transfer window, and this club is just not interested in that.
Wow.
In any way, shape, or form. We are still, after all these years, trying to sort out our starting lineup. Another year has gone by. We're starting the season, and we do not know what our first 11 is. Right?
No, we know. We know what it is.
Well, I would
know
hope
what it is. It's not good enough. We know what it is. It's just not good enough. It's not a good enough first 11.
I know every single one of us started watching that game on Sunday with still a little bit of hope, right? Yes, it would have been deaded by the second half, right? But I still have a little bit of hope. The only hope that I have is that Erik ten Hag kind of looked at that game as a game to just say to the guys that had been there, that lineup, to be like, hey, I tried. I gave you guys a chance.
Now
we're gonna do it. Now we're gonna do it my way, right? And I don't want to hear no shit from y'all, right? Then we're gonna get spicy. You know, that's what Ten Hag is like. Yo,
hey Joe,
we're doing it my way now.
Hey Joe, you can't like Mark Goldberg says, you can't polish a turd.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
it's shit. It is what it is.
You can try to do things your way, but them players are not.
They're just not good enough. So, but you see, as it stands now, because it's always so late, like Louis said, it becomes a panic buy. They had all the time since May. They had the list. They flew to Barcelona in the hot sun. He wore a jacket. He came back. He said he sat down with the player, some fans at the pub. The money is available. That was Richard Arnold. Now they're making a U-turn. They're scratching like, oh, season has started. We still haven't signed midfielders. We signed Malaysia, supposed to be a backup. We got Ericsson, who was free. We got Martinez, 45 million. That's it. We have spent the least of every top 6 club. We've spent 57 million pounds. That's it.
You forgot the other signing, dividends. You forgot dividends.
11
And,
million.
and no, but that's really where it is, isn't it? What the fan base needs to realize, what everybody needs to realize is we could fucking go buy Messi tomorrow because we got it like that. We could buy any player on the face of the earth 2, 3, 4 times over because we got it like that, but we won't because the money's not for the club. The money is for one family. They get the money. That's it. And money's not for anybody fucking else. It's not for new players. It's not for new coaches. It's not you know, for credible staff.
That's deep.
It's not for anything. We could buy anybody we wanted. We just don't want to.
The thing
So we
is,
won't.
There is no plan. There is no plan. United and Richard Arnold for making that statement during that meeting with the fans when he said the money is there for what the manager wants. Oh, bro, man,
It was a fucking lie, bro.
You making that statement right there, and this is where we still are. It doesn't look good on you, man. It does not look good.
What are you talking about? The dude had a couple of guys by his house. He would have told these guys we got stripper nights on Wednesdays. Whatever the hell they want, he wanted them to get the hell out of his property, man. It was too close. It was too close to the house.
So okay, right.
True.
So
But
next game is
I guess he
Brentford
didn't plan for it
away.
to be recorded too.
We have Brentford away,
Oh, he did.
and we got Liverpool home. Are the next fixtures? He's got to
Jesus.
think of something very quick because Brentford are no pushovers. Then it's back to it's Liverpool again. Liverpool have spanked us from the season before 4-2, 5-0, 4-1. That's 13 goals and 3 goals. Last team only responded 1 goal. If that.
I'll be ready for about a 4 or 5 goal spanking against Liverpool.
But a lot of fans, I spoke to a few fans today. Oh, we beat them in preseason. I said,
No.
Nah, come on, man. Are you serious?
No.
You have fans that were saying that
No,
for real.
This is
I don't
this
believe
is
you.
the
Wow.
I don't
mentality
believe you.
of some fans.
I don't
Tim,
believe you. I don't
Tim,
believe you.
Tim,
Wow.
Tim.
I don't
I
believe
need to know exactly who said that, and I need to
These
know
are the people
who their dealer
I have-
is
I have
because they
about-
are on
I
some
mean-
Was it some of the
good
guys
stuff.
in the group?
15
Some of the
I
guys
mean,
They are on
15
some good
I mean,
stuff.
about
Tim.
Yeah, what's
15
that group?
Man United fan chats, right?
This is
On
Yo,
WhatsApp.
Tim
And some of
is-
these guys come up with the absurd thought, like,
Yo,
Tell them to pass it
but
to the
you
left-hand
cannot,
side.
you cannot verbally abuse anyone.
yo,
I don't
if you-
believe in that.
if-
But
if
you
you-
got to
if-
ask, are you on
I
medication?
know a couple
or did
people
you
that would have
forget
made
to take the medication.
such a statement.
bro, I'm sure if you look at the people at some of these fan channels that or fan groups that Tim is involved with,
We got a couple in this group, man.
There's got to be a Venn diagram between them and flat earthers, man. There's got to be something. Yo, the delusion it takes.
Joe,
think
you
that's
know
gonna
we
happen.
have some of
like I
them.
always said,
You know we have
Man.
some
Wow.
of them
Like I
in the
always
Houston
said,
Red
you
Army
could
group,
only
man. We got some of
laugh.
them in there.
you can only
There's-
laugh.
Oh
You can
my
only
God.
laugh.
There's
You got
no
to
way there's
respect the
nobody-
opinion, and you ask yourself, like, is this person either smoking something, either forgot to take the medication for sanity? Because some of these statements are ridiculous. Because I said we got Liverpool coming. Oh, we beat Liverpool 4-0 in preseason. I'm like, really, man?
Tim,
But I have to respect the opinion. That's the way they think. Hey,
we got
live in
we
La La
got
Land
some
as much as you want.
we got some of them in our group.
Yeah,
They're
you're always
there.
fighting them.
They're there. They're there.
It's just like when they said Ole took us to second place. That we should not be criticizing Ole because he got our second spot. I mean, do you see the
In a
factors
COVID
that led to
year.
the second spot?
Every time I talk about Ole, there's a
Right.
couple.
Anyway,
They just
Louis, last
just go for my throat,
give us your last word for a shutdown. Any last words about this? What was the last word about the transfer, the signing, the game? Last word.
I will say this. I think it is very clear that this game was, I mean, the writing is on the wall. It's very indicative of where we're at. We will not be successful until this ownership changes, until this board changes, until the CEO is fired.
Wow.
I think that going in towards Brentford, if Harry Maguire is your captain, you'll lose. I think that if you play McFred, you'll lose. I think that there will probably be some big changes in the lineup because I think that they have to win in order to get their asses kicked by Liverpool. Because if you go 3 games with no wins, somebody's getting fired. But if you at least beat Brentford, at least maybe you can drag it out a couple more weeks. I think that's where we're at as a football club.
To me, Liverpool so
it's day
early
to day.
is literally not the best, is it? It's too early to meet Liverpool, but
No.
Liverpool
I mean-
are not.
Yo, wait a minute. Listen,
Look,
listen.
Liverpool
Yo,
are
Tim,
not ticking the way they.
Tim,
they
Tim,
were
Brighton
ticking
was
last
too
season,
early.
but they're still gonna
Bro.
beat us.
Bro, Brighton was too early. Come on, man. What shit? Brighton was too early, man.
Look, I mean,
but
Let's
Brighton
get it
just
there.
spanked us 4-0 in May. We haven't
Oh,
recovered
man.
from that one.
I'm saying
What-
it just doesn't matter, man. Like what
We're the easiest team to play against in the Premier League.
we are the easiest
Joe,
team.
last words, then I'll close out with Ben. Joe, last words.
I mean, like the next 2 weeks, of course, is gonna be crucial. The next couple of games, Liverpool, man. You know what? I'm gonna say it right now, man. I don't care if we play Mourinho ball against Liverpool, man. I just can't take another spanking, man. Just bro.
fucking
Yo,
100%.
I can't believe this is like I'm putting myself out here on YouTube and shit over here talking about we need to play an anti-United way just so we don't get embarrassed by
At Old
our
Trafford.
rivals at Old
They
Trafford.
hit
man.
us 5-0 last season, but
This
I
is-
hope it's not
this-
5
Let
this
me
season.
let me add on to that
sad
real
state of
quick.
affairs.
If we end a game against Liverpool with like a 1-0 to Liverpool with 9 yellow cards
We'll
and
take it.
some muddy ass cleats, not only will I take it, I'll get online and I will praise every single player, because that's how you give it for the club. You know what I mean? Go in there and get yourself a dirty draw or just don't freaking get spanked.
Don't
Right.
spread them.
Not only are you Manchester United, one of the most decorated clubs in the world, you're a fucking pro player. Like, show it. Go out there and freaking kick somebody.
Right.
Like, I don't know. That's
We'll
what I
see.
want from my
2 weeks
club.
time. 2 weeks time. Ben, close us out. Last words.
Well, I'm sorry to bust your bubbles. We will get spanked by. I'm sorry. it hurt
Probably
your
right.
feelings.
You're probably right. You're
We
probably
will-
right.
I lost hope and belief and confidence in this team 2-3 years ago. So I'm not surprised. So what will I say? My final words is like I said before, just buckle up. It's gonna be a long season. It's gonna be some what's it in
Bumpy
what's
road.
it when you're playing in playing what's it when you're in the plane and then you got to go through turbulence. It's going to be a very turbulent season. It's going to be a very turbulent season, very, very, very turbulent. So be ready. And at the end of the season, I am going to predict United will not finish higher than 7th place.
Wow.
United, it's going to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
I am shooting for 8th. I'm shooting for 8th position.
The Monday after the Brighton defeat.
There are too many teams.
The controversial one from
that can
Peter
play
Redami said
teams
United
that
will not
compete
finish
against
more
us.
than 7th.
Yeah.
Right.
8th
So
at best.
saith the great Bems.
Well, gentlemen, it's been
Hey,
an absolute pleasure today.
I think I'll take that bet.
You take that bet.
Okay.
But
That's
I know
fine.
if Joe takes the bet, Joe's gonna pay out because some
I
people
won't take
yeah,
I
no,
won't take
no,
that bet. He's
bet
That's
probably
fine.
not
paid.
far off.
That's fine. No,
He's
Joe.
probably close. His prediction is probably close. I ain't taking that.
I know it's
Might
gonna be
be
close.
right.
It's definitely gonna be
What
close.
you wanna put on it?
I
You
know.
say what you want to put on it.
I know it's gonna be close. Like I know it
What?
won't be 7th, but it'll probably be 6th, and there's just enough.
What do you want to put
for
on
us
it,
to think
Joe?
that you got
What do you want to put on it? Let's put some just some light. Nothing. Just-
100 push-up.
oh, that's fair. That's fine.
Ooh.
That's fair.
Bems can't do
100
100 push-ups, can he?
Oh, yo, hey,
100
you got
push-ups
like-
is nothing, bro. That's
Oh, man.
that's
I'm
easy.
I'm
Oh,
just
wait a minute.
jokes, Just
It's
jokes.
It's
Just
gonna,
jokes.
no. It's gonna be 100 push-ups, right? Right. It's gonna be
Yeah.
100 push-ups, but you got to do it in an all-A kit.
Ooh.
Ole kids. Hell
I'm
no.
gonna get
In
you
an
an all-A
all-A
at the
kit.
wheel. I'm gonna get you an all-A at the wheel in the back, and you're gonna do those 100 push-ups. Hey,
Tell me how
hey,
good
yo,
does
put
it
it-
feel?
Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
Joe is saying that we're gonna finish higher than 7th. I said we're not
Higher
gonna
than
finish
7th.
higher than 7th.
yeah.
All right.
Oh man.
Well, wait a
Okay.
minute.
You heard it on-
No.
you
I
heard it
said
on this
7th or
channel?
higher. We
You
could
heard it on
possibly
this
be
channel?
tied for 7th.
If we tie for 7, then I guess,
We
I
both
don't
do it.
know. Oh, we do 50.
50 push-ups
Yeah,
a
we both do
piece.
50
50
push-ups.
push-ups.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
You heard it first on this channel.
Alright.
So guys, we like it. The Man United director. You just heard Joe and Bems talk about Man United finishing final position. We'll take you there. Let's start with Brighton. First home game, lost. First game of the season, we've lost. Next 2 games, Brentford and Liverpool. Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Louis, thank you for joining us. Louis making his debut on the channel virtually. He's been one of our. If you saw Louis' match reaction yesterday, he went off. You know, he just expressed his
Watch that rant. Hey, if you're watching this, watch that rant because everything I said is 100% true, and I stand by every word.
Right. Bems, thank you very much. The controversial, and thank you so much for joining us. And the soul man, Mr. Positive, Joe, thank you very much. See you guys
The
on the next one. Don't forget
positivity.
to like, share, subscribe. We shall see you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye.
Mr.
and
Mental
good night.
Health. All right, y'all. Hey, man, got to protect the dome, bro.